What is going on, you guys? And good morning. Today is the third day. Now I'm back with this beauty here, and like I said in the first video, got to put some miles in it. But before we go and do a nice drive and get some more miles in it, I wanted to kind of just talk to you guys a little bit about this car and the history and what I've done with it. It basically started out as a Pontiac G8 GT stock. I used it to go to college. It was my first car, and it stayed stock for at least pretty much, I guess, the warranty period, which at that point GM was 100,000 miles. It's got 123,000 miles in it now, but it is far from stock. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a quick overview from the last video of exactly what this car has, what's been done to it, how it's different. So first thing is, I did the basic stuff: long tube headers, full exhaust, and actually it's got the Chevy SS exhaust axlebacks. Trying to keep it as quiet as I can, but I did that, and then I got it tuned. After the tune was a nice cold air intake, you know, the basic mods that you do to a car like that. Eventually I got the urge to try to do some more to it, so I did some power adders, and I ended up adding some boost. I added boost and blew the motor. Lo and behold, stock bottom end doesn't hold much. It only lasted me maybe a couple months. Took it to one shop, and that shop went ahead and did a cam full bottom built block, so forged pistons and rods, kept stock crank. But I feel like they just didn't do a good job, and whenever they got my stuff worked on, it never ran right. And this is the SS, this, because that thing never ran right, I ended up having to use this as a daily, buying this and using that as a daily driver. Not the best idea though, would not recommend it, at least if you're looking at a gas saver. But the car never ran right after the first time, and so I kept taking it back. It actually blew the first built motor within the first 2,000 miles. Took it back to the shop, and the issue that they described to me was crank walk. The crank moved and it ate up the bearings. They actually tried to say and warranty some of that stuff, and all that did was basically had me spend some more money. And I bought a forged crank, and they redid, according to them, the whole bottom end, reused my same stock, my same forged pistons and rods, and it, I guess, worked fine for another 2,000, 3,000 miles until I decided to do some more upgrades, put a aftermarket balancer. And when that happened, I took it to a different shop, a lot closer to my house, and they took out the stock harmonic balancer on the crank and noticed that that thing was just had a massive crank walk. You could literally pull the crank and it would move a quarter of an inch back and forth. They were surprised how the car hadn't blown up already or thrown a rod, because it was really bad. And so at that point I had the option of running it as it was. The oil pressure at that point in the car was about 20 psi, maybe 18 to 20 psi at warm idle. Cold oil pressure of about 35 to 40 maybe. And so I decided, you know what, let's go ahead and get this thing redone, and hopefully get it done right this time by a different shop. You know, like I say, if you try the same thing over and over again, you're gonna get the same results. So went with a different shop, and so I took it over to the guys at Explicit Performance in Alvin, Texas, and they took the car all apart, and they went through. They have their own. They have a machine shop they go to that they trust, and they went ahead and took the whole care of the whole block, and I finally got it back a couple days ago. So now the engine itself's got forged crank, forged pistons, forged rods, all ARP hardware, main studs. It's got obviously your cam. It's got a full boost cam. It's got studs. It's got ported and massaged heads and an intake. So the car's engine is basically ready for whatever we throw at it. I do have some other mods just sitting that have been sitting since I decided to do the balancer upgrade. So hopefully those will come in the next few weeks, and I'll let you, and you guys will finally get the insight. I'll leave that as a secret. I mean, well, it's not that much secret. It's gonna be boost, but whether I go in LSA, Pro Charger, Whipple, turbos, we'll see. That's something I hope you guys will enjoy when you guys see that. But the car now is finally running well. I've put about 125 miles on it already. My goal is to put another 150 to 200 miles in the next couple days, so that's gonna be good. Probably go take it on a cruise later on. The oil pressure is great. Startup oil pressure in the 50s, warm idle oil pressure down into the low 40s, high 30s, and just stays there. It's great. So let me get you guys, I gave you guys last video a nice warm startup, but now let me get you guys a cold startup. So this is a cold startup on a modified 2008 Pontiac G8 GT. Man, it sounds so good. Got that nice chop to it. I love that car. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out. Just some quick little facts about the car in general. It was originally designed and made in Australia. Back there it was branded as a Holden Commodore. I guess that is General Motors division down in Australia. And interestingly enough, similar to how I guess we have here CT as V, or you know, the high performance models, in Australia they actually had a whole performance division, I guess more like AMG or the M series cars. They had something called HSV, Holden Special Vehicles Department, and they provided some of the greatest looking versions of these cars, and that is where HSV comes from. Where's it at? There you go. HSV, Holden Special Vehicles, that's where that comes from. And I've tried to pay tribute to them, and I've gone ahead and done things such as this badge, this Holden badge. So it's got, look, it's got Holden badges all around. Those would be the badges you would get on a Holden. And if we come around here, down here in the fenders, same thing. We've got HSV, and again the fender itself is a Holden replica style fender that you would only see in a Holden version car. That has even come through even down in the front bumper as well. So yeah, this car has a lot of Holden stuff in it, or HSB stuff. So much so that I've even done the door sills. So as you can see, down here, we've got nice Holden HSV door sills. But basically, I've tried to do as much as I can with this car. I went ahead and I've gotten some CCW wheels. I've gotten CCW wheels for it. Love the stance. It's dropped about an inch, not too much. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And you guys comment down below. What do you guys think? Does it look good? Is it too much? Is there something you would change? Just let me know. I look forward to getting your thoughts on what you guys think of my Pontiac G8 GT. Now, onto, we've got to give the younger brother some love, younger sister some love. This is the Chevrolet SS, and it's basically the next generation of this car. So if we look at this car, it's got very same styling on the side by the doors, the framing. Only difference is the rear tail lights and the front end. But interior wise, it's so much more better. It's got full leather seats, sunroof, and all the nice amenities that you would want in a car. And this is my daily driver. This is what I drive. Luckily, I don't drive too far, but if I did, the gas mileage on these things are horrendous. Definitely would recommend getting some type of tune or something. Sounds interesting, but get some kind of tune to get a little better gas mileage on the things, and you get performance out of it. But yeah, so there's a quick rundown of my Pontiac G8 GT. Hope you guys like it, enjoyed the cold startup, and leave your comments down below. What do you think I'm going to be doing to it power wise? Is it going to be an LSA General Motors blower? Is it going to be maybe a Magnuson or a Whipple Pro Charger, or hey, I might even get crazy, maybe it's a turbo? Leave your guesses down below. Let me know what you guys think, what your thoughts are on it, and just I want to hear from you guys. What other things would you guys like to see or know about the car? All that, just leave it down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.